NK Telco Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school basketball, where the Fort Loramie Redskins will take on the Jackson Center Tigers. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and the St. Henry Bank. You're looking live here at the Habitat of the Cat. My name is Brandon Coverman, and alongside me, Craig Loud. Shelby County battle here on the last Friday of 2024. First, we take a look at the visiting Fort Loramie Redskins, 3-5 and an even 500 at 2-2 in the Shelby County Athletic League under second-year head coach Mitch Westerheide. Kind of looking to resurrect this program. He took it over last year, had its first losing season in a handful of years last year. But talking to him before the game, he said, we've had a lot of games where we've been close, two possessions, closest in the fourth quarter, then just kind of lost. He's looking for a complete team effort here tonight.
Yeah, he was saying that, like you said, all 5 losses have been 1 to 2 possessions heading into the fourth quarter. So they've been in the games. They haven't really been blown out at any yet. So hopefully they can keep that track and get a win out of here.
And taking a look on the flip side, the Jackson Center Tigers, they're sitting at 4-2, 1-2 over on the Shelby County Athletic League. We called their game last Friday against the Botkins Trojans, where they ultimately fell to the Trojans. It was another tough shooting night for Jackson Center in that game for second-year head coach Aaron Klopfenstein's squad, but looking to get back on the right track here tonight.
Yeah. That game was kind of physical. Like you said, though, that it was a bad shooting night for them. They hung in there. They even had the lead late, but lost it, and they ended up getting beat by 3. And for both teams, this is kind of a must-win because they both come in with 2 league losses, and one thing you don't want to do is get that third one. You want to stay within shooting distance of the 2 league leaders in Botkins and Russia.
Yeah, and 2 at one point. I think we even mentioned that Jackson and Botkins combined were 2 of 25 from 3 at one point in that game.
Yeah, that's right, it was.
It was a very rough shooting night on both sides, but Botkins ultimately came out with the win last Friday. We're about ready for tip-off here. We're going to kick it down to public address announcer Kim Metz. Come back with the starting lineups, keys to the game, and tip-off. You're next on NK Telco Sports.
We're more than just a bank. Our commitment goes beyond banking transactions. It's about investing in the hearts and hopes of the people we serve. From scholarships that pave the way for bright futures to local initiatives that enrich lives, we stand by you every step of the way. Because when our community thrives, we all prosper. Together, we build a stronger, brighter community.
Is your internet slowing down your family fun? Your work and all the things you need to get done? Say goodbye to buffering, lagging, and endless loading screens. With NK Telco's blazing fast internet and smart Wi-Fi, everyone gets the speed they need. No contracts, no hidden fees, just everyday low prices and fast speeds. NK Telco, keeping your family connected.
Back here live on NK Telco Sports as we get ready for the starting lineups here tonight. Number 21, a 6'2 senior guard, Max Maurer, a returning letter winner for Coach Mitch Westerheide. Number 30, a 6-foot sophomore, Eli Heitkamp. Number 33, a 6'4 junior, Landon Dries. Number 35, a 6'1 senior guard, Carter Gasson. And rounding out the lineup, number 53, a 6'5 senior, Spencer Knopf. The the head coach for the Fort Loramie Redskins is Mitch Westerheide, assisted by Nick Meyer, Jake Cardonier, and Kyler Ludlow. Now the starting lineups for the Jackson Center Tigers under the direction of second-year head coach Aaron Klopfenstein. A 6'foot senior, number 4, Lucas Heitkamp. Number 5, a 5'8 senior, Cooper Hartle. Number 10, a 6'1 junior, Preston Sayre. Number 24, a 6'7 senior, Reed Plattfoot. And rounding out the lineup, number 42, a 6'3 junior, Carter Klopfenstein. Again, the head coach of Jackson Center's Aaron Klopfenstein, assisted by Luke Dosek, Tyler Claus, Garrett Sayre, Troy Opperman, and Ryan Saylor. So again, the starting lineups on each side: Maurer, Heitkamp, Dries, Gasson, and Knopf for Loramie, and Heitkamp, Hartle, Sayre, Plattfoot, and Klopfenstein for Jackson Center. let's take a look at our keys to the game here tonight. First, let's take a look, Craig, at the keys for Coach Westerheide's Fort Loramie Redskins.
All right, the Redskins want to neutralize Plattfoot. They don't want them to get any easy buckets. They need to win the rebound battle, and they need to hit their open shots.
Taking a look at the keys for Coach Aaron Kloppenstein's Tigers.
For the Tigers, they want to limit the second chance points of Fort Loramie. They need to sustain defensive possessions, and they need to match Fort Loramie's physicality.
Should be an interesting one here tonight. You mentioned physicality, and when we talked about Jackson's last game with Bach, it's certainly a physical game.
Yeah.
As looks like Dries and Plattfoot going to battle for the tip, and it is controlled by the Tigers. Plattfoot with the basketball will go in the corner to Hartle. On the inside to Reed Plattfoot. Plattfoot squares up and he scores. It's like we said, Coach Westerheide talked about a key of neutralizing Reed Plattfoot, but a nice jump shot made by the senior.
Comes in shooting 55% from two-point land.
Army brings basketball up the floor. It's Heitkamp. Up over to Spencer Knopf. Back to Max Maurer. Got a brother Caleb who was a 1,000-point scorer. I graduated 2 years ago. Ball rebounded off the miss by Gasson. Back out to Maurer. 7:15 to go in the first quarter on the First National Bank Pink First scoreboard. It's a 2-0 Jackson Center lead. Knopf with the basketball. Gives it up over to Maurer. Maurer trying to drive. Takes a jump shot. Clanks off the backboard. Jackson up ahead. Heitkamp to Plattfoot, and he drains it. Buries it from the left wing. Hot start for Reed Plattfoot.
Yeah, it was. Last week against Botkins, he was 0 of 7 or 0 of 8 from three-point land. He hits his first one tonight. Now he's 3 of 18 on the season.
And a blink of an eye, 2 shots by Reed Plattfoot. I think we talked about it off the air. Tigers really need to get him going offensively, even though he's their leading scorer, to really ignite at what times has been a struggling Jackson Center offense. Shot no good by Loramie, but Maurer going to be able to track it down. Knopf with it. He's over to the right side in Heitkamp. Heitkamp looking to drive the lane. Reverses course, trying to look on the inside to Knopf. Taken away by Plattfoot again. Plattfoot up ahead to Heitkamp. Heitkamp stops in the lane, and he's got it with the assist from Reed Plattfoot. We got a full timeout by Coach Mitch Westerheide. We'll take it with him. 7-0 Jackson Center over Botkins here in the first quarter on NK Toko Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Back here on NK Toko Sports, and if you blinked here, all of a sudden you saw Jackson Center go up to a 7-0 lead, initiated by Reed Plattfoot here, Craig.
Yeah, he had opened up with a 2, but then he hit that 3 from the left wing. And then on a kind of a fast break, Lucas Heitkamp hit a short jumper. And within 2 minutes, Fort Loramie's down 7-0 already.
And DJ Barhorst, a 6'1 junior, will enter the lineup for Fort Loramie. Loramie with the basketball, and it's out to Maurer. Give it to Barhorst off the double screen. Move it around the arc. Give it up to Heitkamp. Heitkamp trying to clear out that left side. Gives it up to Knopf. Knopf works it over to Barhorse. Will take it from the tail of the Tiger logo. Shot no good. And Lucas Heitkamp crashes the boards. Up ahead, Sayer. Sayer trying to feed Plattfoot. Broken up by Knopf. And it's going to stay Tiger basketball.
Probably not a good idea. It was a bad pass to begin with. Too low for Plattfoot to get to, but luckily stays with Jackson Center.
Heitkamp back out. Goes to Sayer on the left side, who had 8 made threes against Indian Lake the other night. Shot no good. 64-43 win over the Indian Lake Lakers that you might have caught here on NK Telco Sports. Like we said, really, the Jackson Center offense struggled sometimes in their losses. But so far throughout this game and as of Saturday, have played very well. Army with it out front for their first basket of the game, 3 minutes in. Out to Heitkamp. It's around Knopf. Trying to go on the inside. Shot no good. Klopfenstein with the rebound. Heitkamp races to the corner. Looking for Plattfoot on the inside. Battling with Knopf. Takes the elbow jumper. Good again. Plattfoot is 3 for 3 from the field, and it's a 9-0 Tiger lead on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Almost 7 points. Hot start for the 6'7" senior.
Knopf with it, gets it out to Maurer. Maurer at the top of the key, trying to dance with Heitkamp. Takes the off-balance shot. It's no good. Rebound down to Preston Sayer. Here comes Carter Kloppenstein coming down the court. He stops, pulls up, shot no good. Sayer tried to track down the offensive board, but it goes off and it will be Redskin basketball. Halfway through this first quarter, Loramie looking for their first points of the game. They trail 9-0, 7 points from Reed Plattfoot. So he's really answered the bell here in the early going for Jackson Center. Heitkamp with it, trying to look for Barhorse on the right side. Continue to try to push it around the arc. Heitkamp shot off the mark, and Plattfoot comes down with it. Plattfoot looking up ahead, gives up to Carter Kloppenstein on the inside. Kicks it out to Sayer, wide open for 3, and the Tigers are on fire. 12-0. Jackson Center leads as Coach Westerheide takes a timeout. 12-0 Jackson Center over Fort Loramie. We'll step aside, come back with more basketball here next on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Well, the Tigers really keeping up with a real good game from Saturday where, like we said, they put up 64 points against Indian Lake, and the offense had kind of been a little Jekyll and Hyde sometimes here and there, but really, Craig, in the early going, they're on fire.
Yeah, they're 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3. So
Maurer trying to get the first Loramie points of the game, and at the 3:12 mark of the first quarter, Max Maurer gets Loramie on the board. Loramie come out in a little 1-2-2 3-quarter court pressure. Try to mix up the pace the Tigers have been playing with. Dane Reese in the ball game, who played in the junior varsity squad, which was won by the Tigers. Like I said, sometimes the Christmas holiday can kind of mess with your thing, especially if you're not in a holiday tournament. You know, you're playing a league game here, but we have not seen it really affect Jackson Center so far here. Plattfoot, that's his first miss of the game as Loramie pulls down the rebound. Up ahead, Maurer. Maurer trying to drive the lane. He'll revert course back out. A couple substitutions coming for Loramie at the next step ball. Carter Gasson and Aiden Burning. It's Barhorst on the left side. Back to the middle, going on the inside against Sayre. Kicks it out to Knopf. Back out to Maurer. 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. 10-point lead for Jackson Center on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Barhorst drives the inside, loses his balance, but that's the first foul of the game. And foul going to go against Sayre. Substitutions coming for the Redskins. All right, put 2 on the block, 2 in the corner. They inbound it here. To the basket. Yeah. Lost it. Here comes the Tigers on the transition. Up ahead to Highcamp. Takes the short jump shot.
That's a tough shot.
Gets his own rebound here. Kicks it out. Sayre for 3. Splash from the right corner. And a 13-point lead here for Jackson Center.
2 for 2 so far for Preston Sayre.
Like we said, we know the Tigers and Trojans at one point were 2 of 25, like we said last Friday. But Preston Sayre did hit 2 key threes down the stretch to keep Jackson Center in it before they ultimately fell. But when he gets hot, man, he's been hot this last week. There's not really much of a better shooter in the area sometimes than Preston Sayre, as there's a jumper hit by Max Maurer. And we've seen Loramie put a little pressure on Jackson Center here these last few minutes. Plattfoot to the left side, looking to go. Give it up over to Sayre. Sayre feeling hot, and it's off the mark as Maurer pulls down the board. There goes left side to Barhorse. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. 15-4 Tiger lead. Maurer trying to go up against Highcamp. Spins in the lane, takes that away. Giving up right side, 3-pointer off the mark there by Gasson. Sayre going to walk it up. See if Coach Kloppenstein has his team try to hold for one shot here. Dominant first quarter for his team.
Yeah.
Trying to notch back-to-back wins here. They get it to Highcamp. It looks like they're going to go with one shot here. With this 15-4 lead for the Tigers. Highcamp with it, calling out the instructions for his team. Gives it up over to Plattfoot. Plattfoot over to Highcamp. Right wing 3 off the mark, no good. And we played 8 minutes of basketball here at the Habitat of the Cat. It's a 15-4 lead for the Jackson Center Tigers. We'll step aside and come back with the second quarter of action here next on NK Telco Sports.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our 4-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The Hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
We played 8 minutes here at Jackson Center High School, and a great start for Coach Aaron Klopfenstein's squad with a 15-4 lead, Craig.
Yeah, they started out hot, and they stayed hot. Shot 50% from the field. They were 3 of 7 from 2 and 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. So 6 of 12. One on the other hand, Fort Loramie 2 of 10, 2 of 7 from 2, and 0 of 3 from 3 for 20%.
Maurer with the basketball as Loramie starts with it this second quarter. It's a 12-0 run for the Tigers to start before Loramie got on the board. Maurer with it on top of the key, looking to drive against Plattfoot. Kick it out over to Eli Highcamp. Highcamp spins in the lane. His shot is up and in. Nice tough basket by Eli Highcamp, the sophomore.
his first 2 points of the game.
15-6 our score now. Lead cut to single digits for the Tigers. Now Cooper Hartle over to Sayre. Left side Heitkamp, back out to Hartle. Sayre kicks it to Plattfoot. Back over to Preston Sayre. There's out for Hartle. 1 minute gone here in the second quarter. Patient Tiger offense here. Jackson Davis, left side, who entered the ball game at the quarter break. Gives it up to Heitkamp, spins in the lane, back to Plattfoot. Back over to Heitkamp. Loramie fans were wanting a double dribble there, I think, on Heitkamp. Comes Plattfoot in the lane. The patient offense works out for the Tigers as Reed Plattfoot gets the hoop and the harm.
Now 9 points for 6'7" senior. Foul's going to be on Spencer Noth. How do you say?
Knopf.
Sorry about that.
Plattfoot at the line. Plattfoot's already got 9 points, make it 10, so double figures already for the senior. As Plattfoot been playing full-time on this varsity squad since his sophomore year. Really thrived in a roll off the bench over a team that made the regional finals 2 years ago, and it's kind of thrived in being the center of offense the last 2 years as Max Maurer gets the bucket back for Loramie. He's got a half dozen with 6 points now. Plattfoot on the inside. Kicks it out Kloppenstein, left wing, and that's going to clank right. Barhorst come down with it. Maurer up ahead. Maurer will give it to Knopf. Go over on the right side to Maurer and deflect it out of bounds, and we'll stay here with the Redskins.
I mean, rebounding-wise there in that first quarter was 7-7. Both teams. Jackson Center with 1 offensive rebound. Fort Loramie with 2.
Bounce it, gets up over to Maurer. Trying to look to Barhorst to the left side. Maurer back out, reverses course. Trying to go with the foul line jumper. Maurer up and in. Max Maurer with the big bucket. He's got 8 of the 10 Loramie points, and the Redskins now trail by 8.
He's got that free throw line shot dialed in tonight.
Sayre gets that ball tipped away, and here come the Redskins. Left side, here comes Maurer to the basket, and he scores. What was an 11-point lead for Jackson has been cut down to 6. And we got a timeout by Coach Aaron Kloppenstein. We'll take it with him. 18-12, Jackson Center over Loramie. We'll be back here after word from our sponsors here on NK Telco Sports.
We're more than just a bank. Our commitment goes beyond banking transactions. It's about investing in the hearts and hopes of the people we serve. From scholarships that pave the way for bright futures to local initiatives that enrich lives, we stand by you every step of the way. Because when our community thrives, we all prosper. Together, we build a stronger, brighter community.
Is your internet slowing down your family fun? Your work and all the things you need to get done? Say goodbye to buffering, lagging, and endless loading screens. With NK Telco's blazing fast internet and smart Wi-Fi, everyone gets the speed they need. No contracts, no hidden fees, just everyday low prices and fast speeds. NK Telco, keeping your family connected.
Well, back here on NK Telco Sports, what looked like it could be a little bit of a runaway in that first quarter. Well, it was 15-4, Jackson. We see Loramie now on an 8-3 run to start this quarter, courtesy mostly of Max Maurer.
Yeah, he's 5 for 5. He missed his first 3 shots, but he's hit 5 in a row now.
So 18-12 now. An 8-3 Loramie advantage this quarter. All back over to Hartle. Plattfoot to Hartle. Over to Heitkamp. Over to Heitkamp, driving to the basket. Count it, and one. Coach Westerheide saying that happened on the floor. We've seen kind of high school refs. I was talking about this on another broadcast I was on Saturday night. about given kind of the continuation, though. Refs have been really lenient to kind of that NBA continuation style foul. But they're going to give it to Heitkamp. It's tough to determine, really, when you're going up with the shot. And it's no good there. So 4 points now for Heitkamp as the lead stretches back out to 8 for the Tigers. Heitkamp with it, brings it back to the middle. On the right side to Maurer.
Good feed.
Kicks it in, shot no good. Not going to be able to keep it alive, though. Gives it to Maurer, steps in a 3, off the mark, no good, and a foul on Plattfoot as they were going for the rebound there. Loramie able to force a foul on Reed Plattfoot. His first.
Team first here in the second quarter.
Maurer going to inbound it. Looking for a teammate. Gets in the Heitkamp on the right side. Back out to Maurer. Looks over to Heitkamp on the right side. It's out to Barhorst. It's been an advantage Loramie this quarter, and the ball nearly ripped away. It's a jump ball, and it's going to be arrow favoring the Tigers.
Turnover there on Loramie now with 3.
Heitkamp will give it up over to Hartle. Here comes that three-quarter court pressure from the Redskins. They get it over the top to Hartle. Hartle back over to Heitkamp. Back in the corner over to Dane Reese back in the ballgame, the freshman. Plattfoot 3, and he continues his hot streak tonight. Second triple for Reed Plattfoot.
Yeah, now he's got 13. Again, he came in 2 of 17. He's 2 of 2 tonight.
Great night here for Plattfoot, the senior leader of this Tiger squad, looking to try to stay in the Shelby County race. Back out over to Maurer. He's a shot fake on a 3, back out to the left side. Gives it up over to Landon Drees, back to Maurer. Maurer, foul line jumper, that's his spot.
Yep.
And he hits it, like you said, Craig, that's his spot, and he's really carrying this Loramie offense so far.
8 points here in the second quarter, 12 overall.
12 of the 14 points for Loramie on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 23-14, Loramie over Jackson. Reese on the inside, the off-balance shot. I really don't know if he knew where that ball was going.
Yeah. Nice play by the freshman there.
We've seen a lot of improvement out of this Jackson Center offense over the last couple games, which I'm sure is a pleasant fact for, or it's a pleasant, not really a surprise, but it's been a pleasant development for Coach Kloffenstein. It's a nice play by Reese. Swats the ball away, hits off a Loramie player leg, and goes the way of the Tigers. Sarah and Heitkamp bring it up as Loramie backs off the pressure. 2:48 to go till halftime, 25-14 on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Tigers ahead here. Heitkamp back up to Plattfoot.
He thought about it.
Give it up to Kloffenstein in the lane, off balance, shot no good. Gets his own rebound blocked as it goes up. Sayer gets it to Heitkamp. Heitkamp steps in a 3. That's short off the mark. Sayer gets the rebound, nobody to contest him, and he kisses it off the glass. That's a bucket for Preston Sayer. He's got 8 points. We've got a timeout by Coach Mitch Westerheide. It's a 30-second timeout. We'd like to thank our sponsors because without them we would not be able to bring you high school basketball here on NK Telco Sports. They are First National Bank, Hometown Opportunity, the Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and the St. Henry Bank. Our scoreboard sponsor, of course, is the First National Bank, which is showing a 27-14 lead here for the Jackson Center Tigers over the Loramie Redskins. Loramie able to really saw into that lead, get it down to 6 at one point, Craig, but Jackson able to balloon it back out to a 13-point lead.
Yeah, well, it was 18-12. Now Jackson Center's on a 9-2 run here to open up again a 13-point lead.
Like we said, probably pleasant for Coach Kloffenstein. Like we said, it's been struggles at time with the offense, but the offense looking really good tonight, and like we said in that game against Indian Lake.
Shooting the ball well.
Ball out to Max Maurer on the Tiger logo. 2:08 to go to the halftime break. Been a back and forth second quarter. Loramie run to start. Jackson Center on one of their own right now. Highcamp shot is no good. He kicks it out after he gets his own rebound. Three from the right wing is good. That's Landon Drees, the 6'4 junior, gets his first points of the day with a triple from the right wing.
Now with 4-9 on the season.
Plattfoot going to step into a three. Pops out. His first miss from beyond the arc today.
Probably not the shot Coach Kloppenstein wanted.
Left side Maurer. Gets it up. Back up over to Drees. Over to Maurer. Maurer looking to drive. Foul line extended. Shot no good. Rebound down to Plattfoot. Sayre pushes it up ahead. Dane Reese. Reese back to Sayre. Over to Plattfoot. Plattfoot driving on the inside. Back out to Sayre. Sayre back to Highcamp. Highcamp drives on the inside. Under a minute to go. 10-point lead of the half for the Jackson Center Tigers, trying to get their 5th win of the season, their second last game of 2024.
Go.
And Highcamp Maurer get tangled up there. Ball back over to Sayre. Been a fast-paced first half. Not a lot of fouls called.
No. 2-2 on the fouls.
Sayre looking up at that scoreboard. Might see the Tigers just run offense until they get their best shot. Plattfoot will bring it out. Back out to Kloppenstein. Over to Highcamp. Looks like the Tigers will hold for one shot here. Trying to take it at least a double-figure lead into halftime. Back out to Plattfoot. Plattfoot getting harassed by Maurer, and that's a foul. Probably not a bad foul either. Will force the Tigers to inbound here again.
Maurer's first. Team third.
A couple substitutions coming in for Loramie. A trio of them. Number 32, A.J. Siegel. Number 35, Carter Gasson. Number 45, Avon Burning coming in. Sayre will take it out right in front of the Loramie bench. Goes over to Highcamp. Loses it momentarily. Gets it to Hartle. Hartle at the horn. Off the mark. No good. 27-17. The Jackson Center Tigers lead the Fort Loramie Redskins. We'll step aside. Come back with our first half stats recap and second half of action here next on NK Telco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Back here on NK Telco Sports, 27-17, the Jackson Center Tigers lead the Fort Loramie Redskins here, getting ready for the third quarter. Let's take a look at our first half numbers here from Mr. Craig Louth.
All right, for Fort Loramie, they're led in scoring by Max Maurer, who had 12. Eli Heitkamp had 2, and Landon Reese had 3 for their 17. Shooting-wise, they were 7 of 15 from two-point land, 1 of 5 from 3, so 8 of 20 overall for 40%. They did not attempt a free throw. They had 6 offensive rebounds, 8 defensive rebounds, and 4 turnovers. For Jackson Center, they were led in scoring by Reed Plattfoot with 13. Preston Sayre had 8. Lucas Heitkamp had 4. And Dane Reese had 2 for their 27. They were 7 of 12 from 2, 4 of 9 from beyond the arc, 11 of 21 overall, 52%. 1 of 2 from the line. They had 10 rebounds, 3 offensive, and they only had 1 turnover. So good job by Jackson Center taking control of the ball. Started out hot, and they stayed hot.
Loramie starts with the basketball here in the third quarter. Heitkamp in the lane, up and in. Eli Heitkamp with his second bucket. Loramie cuts the deficit to 8 on the First National Bank thing for his scoreboard. Ball over on the right side, up over to Heitkamp, back over to Kloppenstein on the left side. Kloppenstein out front, back up over to Reed Plattfoot. Plattfoot to Heitkamp. Heitkamp kicks it back, working it back around over to Sayre. Back to Plattfoot, who's got 13 points, kicks it to Sayre. Looking for his third triple, no good. Offensive board by Plattfoot, but he traveled. There, and it'll be Loramie basketball.
You know, as we were talking earlier off air, I do not see the 6'6 junior Lawson Snap.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's out with an illness, but he's not even on the bench.
It's kind of one of that weird time, like we said, between Christmas and New Year's, where those viruses and illnesses kind of go around. As a three-pointer from Maurer, no good. Down to the Jackson Center Tigers. Up over to Kloppenstein on the inside to Plattfoot.
Nice spin move.
Plattfoot in the lane, harassed by 3 Redskins, and he scores. Hoop and harm for Reed Plattfoot. He'll have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. Substitution coming in. That foul going to be on Spencer Knopf. And the sub will be Carter Gasson.
That's his second.
Like we said, there's only about 4 or so fouls called in that first half. Very lightly played by both sides in terms of the foul margin. And Plattfoot's got 16 points now.
Yeah, Fort Loramie had 3 fouls. Jackson Center had 2 in that first half.
Ball goes up over on the left side, up over to Landon Drees. They go on a cross screen over to Maurer. Maurer passes the ball up, shot no good. Rebound by Kloppenstein, 11-point lead. Hartle, left side, kicks it in the corner to Sayre. Kloppenstein out front, right side to Heitkamp.
Oh.
Heitkamp. Goes to the rack, and a late foul by Barhorse. Nice quickness from Heitkamp to get to the rack.
Yeah.
He's kind of gone in a blink of an eye, using that soccer speed that he has. As some of you may or may not know, Lucas is going to play soccer at the University of Findlay. And he cans that foul shot. Tigers lead by a dozen with 6:02 to go in the third quarter. On that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Again, dips the knees, fires, shot no good. Kloppenstein punches it out. Nice play by Carter Kloppenstein.
Yeah, it was.
Great heads-up play. Kloppenstein loses the basketball. He never had control, though, going up. Coach Westerheide wanting a travel. Ball kicked out to Plattfoot for 3. Off the mark, no good. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't call that a travel there.
They should have.
And Loramie will turn the basketball right back over. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call that a travel either. I mean, he went up with the ball. I know he lost control, but if he goes up with it, he can't come down with it, even if he loses control. I'm surprised no one called that a travel. Unless he must have lost possession of it, he said, when he was jumping up. Tigers with it. Loramie still in their man-to-man defense. Klopfenstein off the screens. Gives up to Hartle. Left side to Heitkamp. 5:17 to go in the third. Tigers lead by 12. Heitkamp trying to go baseline. Off balance. Shot short. Rebound down to Eli Heitkamp. Maurer works up ahead. Left side Barhorse. Back over to Gasson. Corner, here comes the Tigers working around. Maurer guarded by Heitkamp. Against Barhorse, the three. Got it from the left wing. DJ Barhorse with big three. Loramie back within single digits.
He was 6 of 28 coming into the game. Now 7 of 30. His first points.
Sayre up ahead, tries to go to Hartle, and it's kicked out of bounds. As coming back in the ball game is Aiden Burning. Heitkamp brings it up ahead. And ball picked off there. It's Landon Drees up ahead, trying to throw it down. A little surprised with that there. Nice hustle play by Drees. He gets the tip from behind. I'll credit the kid. I didn't think the dunk was the way to go. I didn't think he would dunk it at all. Maurer's shot up ahead, in and out. Drees hustling for the rebound. It's going to stay with him. Missed that dunk, but credit on him. He didn't hang his head. He went down and got the tip from behind.
Yep. Good hustle, like you said, on his part.
I think if I was Coach Westerheide, I'd be a little less frustrated about the dunk now that he made that made that for a makeup there. Shot off balance by Gasson, no good. As Dana Reese back in the lineup for Jackson Center. Plattfoot with it. Plattfoot on the inside to the rack. Off balance shot, no good through the contact. Comes the Redskins up ahead. It's over to Drees, left side. Over to DJ Barhorse. On the roll to Drees. Drees off balance. Shot no good. Through the contact, Coach Westerheide wanting a foul. And they've really let them play here tonight.
Yeah, they have. They haven't called many.
It's gotten more aggressive this second half. Wasn't necessarily aggressive in the first half as Klopfenstein off balance. Through the contact, scores. We got a full timeout from Coach Aaron Klopfenstein, 33-22. Jackson Center ahead of Loramie on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors here on NK Tolko Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Hometown Opportunity serves Mercer County, Auglaize County, Darke County, and Shelby County.
The website as a whole is pretty user-friendly. I was able to filter down my options, see what types of jobs were out there for me in the area.
It really opened up my eyes to the employer market around here.
We know that our local candidates, a lot of times are most successful candidates because they want to come here and stay.
It's become the go-to site for anybody looking for a job in the region.
Back here on NK Tolko Sports, it's 33-32. Jackson Center out of the timeout here. And dominant first quarter for the Tigers, and it's really been still even, Craig, ever since that point.
Yeah, Jackson Center jumped out to that 12-0 lead. But since then, it's even game.
But an 11-point lead for the Tigers. Dane Reese with it on the right side. This is to Sayre. Triple try is good. Preston Sayre with his third triple of the night and a game high 14-point lead for the Tigers.
He's got 11 now.
9 of those 11 coming from beyond the arc, and a little scoop shot on the right block from earlier.
3 of 5 from beyond the arc for Sayre.
Maurer gives up on the left side. Back out over to Maurer. 36-22. Tigers ahead of the Redskins. Ball loose in the backcourt as Maurer tracks it down.
Wow.
And no over and back call.
Yeah.
There at
Look
all.
at Coach Klopfenstein. Like, whoa.
As Loramie with it. Offside Maurer. Looking to direct the offense here. Way off balance shot. Gasson, no good. Rebound Plattfoot, the outlet over to Heitkamp. Gives it up over to Sayre. Sayre driving in the lane. Out his pocket, picked by Gasson. Up ahead with Barhorst with the basketball. Spin move in the lane. Gets it back to Gasson. Up over to Maurer. Watches Sayre go right by him. Fires the three, but no good. Yeah, I'm surprised no over-impact violation called that last possession.
I didn't even see any of the officials.
No signal, yeah.
Yeah, no tip.
See some substitutions coming in. Cooper Hartle in for Jackson Center. Eli Heitkamp back for Coach Mitch Westerheide's Redskins. Both these schools have second-year head coaches. Both young guys, alumni of their respective schools, which is always good to see. 4 of the 7 coaches in this county as Sayre fires another three. 4 triples by Preston Sayre tonight and a 17-point lead for the Tigers.
He's got 14 now.
So 4 of the 7 coaches in this conference are alumni of their respective schools, which is very common in the Shelby County Athletic League, it seems like, and local schools around here. They have head coaches that have played in their league as Loramie turns it over. You got Kloppenstein here, graduate of Jackson, Westerheide obviously of Loramie, and then Nate Barhorst, a graduate of Anna, and Spencer Cordonier, a graduate of Russia. As Loramie going to a little 1-2-2 half-court pressure here.
So far, Jackson Center has had no trouble whatsoever with this press.
Reese in the corner, ball deflected, back up over to Plattfoot. It's like dropping back into still a 1-2-2 it really looks like. I don't know. It's hard to really decipher what it is. And it's into the lineup for the first time too. It's number 40, Ty Kemper. Yeah, 2-1-2. I don't really know. I don't want to say it's a 3-2 either. They're really guarding that foul line hard. 9 seconds to go here in the third.
Man-to-man.
Tigers lead by 17. Plattfoot takes the deep three. Off the mark, no good. And that'll do it for us through 3 quarters of play. It's a 39-22 lead for Jackson Center. As we head to the fourth quarter, we'll step aside here and come back after word from our sponsors here on NK Telco Sports.
We are more than just a bank. Our commitment goes beyond banking transactions. It's about investing in the hearts and hopes of the people we serve. From scholarships that pave the way for bright futures to local initiatives that enrich lives, we stand by you every step of the way. Because when our community thrives, we all prosper. Together, we build a stronger, brighter community.
We come back here in the fourth quarter of play. It's a 39-22 lead for Jackson Center, a 10-5 scoring advantage for the Tigers that third quarter, Craig.
Yeah, Jackson Center shot 40%, 2 of 5 from both 2 and 3 point, 2 of 3 from the line. Fort Loramie, on the other hand, 1 of 6 from 2, 1 of 4 from 3, so back to 2 of 10, same as what they did in the first quarter, 20%. They have yet to attempt a free throw.
On the inside, Heitkamp gets it back out to Hartle, who's scoreless until now. And the Tigers really heating up from that three-point arc tonight, Craig.
Up 20-point lead, his first points of the game for Hartle.
42-22, Maurer with the hand in his face has kind of gone cold these last couple minutes. After really supercharging the Loramie attack here in the early going. He's got 14 of their 22. That ball stolen up ahead. DJ Barhorst in the clear. Misses the wide open layup. And it never seemed like since that missed dunk there earlier by, I believe it was Gasson, it's been really tough sledding for Loramie. His turnaround shot is good. The Jackson offense firing on all cylinders there. That bucket by Kloppenstein.
He has 4 points all here in the second half.
Well, really, like I was saying, Craig, I think since that missed dunk by Gasson, there has Sorry, it was by Drees, not Gasson. I mean, it's been really tough sledding for the Loramie offense. That could have cut it down to a 7-point lead. And now it's a 22, make it 24-point lead for the Tigers. Reed Plattfoot scores, and we've got a timeout here by Coach Aaron by Coach Westerheide here. So we again like to thank our sponsors here on NK Telco Sports. They are the First National Bank, Hometown Opportunity, the Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and the St. Henry Bank. Again, thanking those fine sponsors here for helping us out here on NK Telco Sports, because without them, we would not be able to bring you coverage here of Jackson Center High School basketball here on NK Telco Sports. Tigers do have one more game before the 2024 year closes out. They will take on the Coldwater Cavaliers, and I will not be on that game. I don't know if you're on that game, Craig, or not. I think it's on New Year's Eve.
No.
They'll take on the Coldwater Cavaliers, who tend to be, who are projecting right now to be one of the top teams in the MAC. Have only played one game, lost that to Russia. They're playing their second game tonight against the Ansonia Tigers, which they should be favored in. So I'm going to guess about a 1-1 record for Coldwater, but kind of a team that Jackson Center has picked up, I know, over the last couple of years. As we come out of the timeout here is a 24-point lead for the Tigers, 46-22. Brandon Coberman, Craig Louth giving you the action this week between Christmas and New Year's. And like I said, it's weird to play a league game in the middle of Christmas and New Year's. Sometimes conferences take breaks. I know some teams are in holiday tournaments. I know obviously teams are familiar with the Shelby County League. I know Houston is playing in a holiday tournament over in Covington. I know Rushie's playing over one in Piqua. So it's weird, but also I've talked to some coaches too, and it's easy to get two non-conference games usually through a holiday tournament in a sport like basketball where the season's so long with the 22 games. But I hear some coaches say, I've talked to a handful of coaches who say, Brandon, holiday tournaments are awful.
Oh, really?
Playing on back-to-back days.
Yeah.
I've heard a handful of coaches who hate doing it. As Jackson Davis comes in the lineup for Preston Sayre. As Heitkamp misses the first free throw, and he'll get another one if he misses here, but it doesn't matter. Heitkamp makes the second one. He's got 5. So, but yeah, I've heard coaches say that. They say they dislike holiday tournaments just because of the general format. You play back-to-back days, and you're not in your normal routine when you're playing in a holiday tournament. School's not going on, things like that. Kids are in different, they're not going to school. They're just sleeping in till 10. As Heitkamp's shot's no good. I know when I coached baseball, I was always saying the same thing when he played tournament after school was over with us. There's the foul by Heitkamp, but same thing in that regard.
Yeah. Well, Fort Loramie has the MLK Classic coming up at Fort Loramie. I think there's 8 games?
I think 6.
6?
Yeah, maybe.
But more to your point, it's only one game. It's not back-to-back days, so.
It's always a very well run. That's by old coach Corey Britton. I know we've brought you coverage on that the past couple years. And that's always a fun little showcase. I don't know of usually the local teams that are in it. Loramie, Minster. I know Russia, Marion has been in it, Anna. I haven't looked at the full schedule, but I know Russia does play Tri-Village in that early on. But I don't know any of the other matchups. I have to take a look, but that'll be in a couple weeks on Martin Luther King weekend. Heitkamp with the weak hand. Nice shot by Lucas Heitkamp.
Very nice. Now with 7 points. 25-point lead now for Jackson Center.
Ball lost by Gasson on the inside. Kicks out to Maurer on the left side. Maurer goes in. Loses the basketball. Up ahead. Plattfoot. Stopping. In the lane. Shot up and good. Reed Plattfoot has had an excellent night. I know we talked off air how even though he's the lead scorer, he still needed to just do some more things, which is a tough ask when you're especially the leading scorer.
Yes.
But he's been so efficient tonight getting his shot.
20 points now for the senior. There's a shot made by Eli Heitkamp.
7 points for him. Him and Maurer have 21 of the 25 Loramie points. Heitkamp in the middle lane, kicks it out Hartle, looking for his second triple tonight, and he's got it. The hot Tiger shooting continues. And Coach Kloppenstein definitely going to leave with a smile on his face here tonight.
Hartle now with 6. 2 threes from beyond the arc.
Barhorst deep three, trying to get it right back. Shot no good. And a foul there as Plattfoot and Heitkamp ran into each other. Those three have been such a tandem. 2 years ago on that team that made that regional finals, there were some other players like Jace Mullenhauer and Nolan Fark that were really good. But those guys did such a good job on that team and playing their role of coming off the bench as sophomores as Plattfoot exits off with 20 points. Maurer comes off. Cole Butler going to come in for his first action of the night.
I think Heitkamp went out too for Jackson Center with 7 points.
I said going to be a nice win for the Tigers just to go to 5-2, and still a long uphill climb if they want to stay in the Shelby County race.
Right.
Still 2 games behind Russia and a game behind Anna and Botkins, but they should have kind of looking favorable in their next couple matchups. Against the next one being against Fairlawn as Loramie loses it in the lane.
Both coaches emptying the bench.
And Loramie did start on a little bit of a delay with their football success.
Yes.
This past year. And there's a steal. Drees going to try to throw it down.
Nope.
Maybe this time he'll stop. I don't think he had the steps there to throw it down. He's got 5 now. Dane Reese with it on the left side. Gives it up to Hartle. Hartle looking, clears out the right side. Goes up to Jackson Davis. Back to Dane Reese. Reese spins on the inside, going to the basket. Nice pass to Butler, but he lost it. And then Reese will proceed to throw it away.
As good as Jackson Center took care of the basketball there in that first half with only 1 turnover. Totally opposite here in the second half. They have 8 turnovers, 4 in each quarter, so 9 overall.
I know some head coaches I talked to say, if you give me 10, 12 turnovers a game, I'll take it most nights. This is a foul by Reese out front on Ty Kemper, and they're going to call it an intentional foul.
Throwing the elbow?
Or sorry, they called on the intentional foul on Ty Kemper. Excuse me. Sorry. There, and I didn't even see what happened. I was looking down at my sheet.
He kind of swung the elbows around as he had the ball.
So Dane Reese will shoot the free throws. Coach Westerheide asking for an explanation from the officials. Like I said, not a lot of fouls called tonight as Reese misses the front end.
No. 7 on Loramie and 4 on Jackson Center.
Sure, man, it's been a good pace that this game has played at. That's when Reese hits the second one, splits him from the line. But Dane Reese having a solid night with 3 points now. Ball inbounded in backcourt. Tigers doubling up the Redskins here. 54-27 as they're going to take a sweep here tonight at the JV and varsity game as number 15 Ian Stengel, a junior, in the lineup now. As Tigers now throw it away.
Yeah, the JV game was won by Jackson Center 44-17 over Fort Loramie.
Aiden Burning bringing the basketball up the floor. He's up over to Ty Kemper. Kemper over to Barhorst. Barhorst looking to drive on the inside. Elbow jumper. Shot no good. Rebound down to Stengel. Hartle. Cross-court pass broken up there by Siegel. It'll stay here with the Tigers.
Jackson Center 15-5 outscoring Fort Loramie here fourth quarter to open up this 27-point lead.
Like we said, Landon Drees had a chance on his missed dunk attempt to cut that lead down to 7.
Yeah.
Ever since that miss, it has gone the way. It's been an 18-point swing the way of the Tigers. Jackson hopped out to a 15-4 lead early. Reese to the basket, and he is fouled, I think, on the backside there as he'll head to the line for 2.
Foul's going to be on A.J. Siegel.
Reese has been also getting a little more time on the JV squad. He's been playing a little bit of split quarters. That wasn't happening a few weeks ago.
Right.
And now he's playing a little split back and forth between the two as number 23, Ethan Kester, a 6'1 senior in the lineup, going to get his first action. Shot off the mark there by Reese as he's got 4. Kemper with it, goes to the right side to Barhorst. Trying to get on the inside, broke up by Reese, and it's going to be Tiger basketball as there's a turnover for the Redskins. Nice play by Dane Reese. Probably one of the better games seen Dane Reese play in his varsity action, which it's tough to ask as a freshman to come in and play full-time and contribute at a high level. Definitely a different beast. When you go from, some people, they like to get on freshmen sometimes. It's a different beast when you go from playing in a junior high gym to playing in this atmosphere right away.
Yeah.
That's a lot to ask no matter what level you're playing at.
Yes, sir. It's a big step for a freshman. I don't really care who you are or how well you are, but you're probably a 15-year-old and you're going against 18-year-old men. So
number 44, Carter Eilerman in the lineup for Loramie. Number 34, Wyatt Wentz in the lineup for Jackson. Like I said, the Tigers moved to 5-2. Loramie will drop to 3-6. I think I looked it up not too long ago. The last time Jackson Center has had a losing season, I think it was 2007.
Wow.
They're looking for their 18th straight winning campaign. Shot is up and in, off balance there by A.J. Siegel. 55-29 now.
You talk about that. I mean, with the way kids come and go, to not have a losing season, that's a feather in the cap for the coaches, for the community.
Reese gets in. I think they'll just drain out the clock here, and Jackson Center gets a big Shelby County Athletic League victory, 55-29 over the Fort Loramie Redskins. You caught it here live on NK Telco Sports as Craig is tallying up the final numbers. We'll go through the box score here for each side. Max Maurer led the Fort Loramie Redskins here tonight with 14 points. DJ Barhorst had 3. Eli Heitkamp with 7. A.J. Siegel with 2. And they had 5 from Landon Drees. On the side of the Jackson Center Tigers, they were led with Reed Plattfoot. Reed had 20 points. Preston Sayre had 14, including 4 triples. 6 points from Cooper Hartle, coming off of 2 threes. 7 points from Lucas Heitkamp. And then 4 points from the freshman Dane Reese. And 4 as well from the 6'3 junior Carter Kloffenstein. The scores after quarters was 15-4. Jackson, it was 27-17 at halftime. Jackson, and then 39-22 after 3 quarters. The Tigers led, and the final 55-29. The Jackson Center Tigers taking home the victory here tonight. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors here tonight. They are the First National Bank, Hometown Opportunity, the Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and the St. Henry Bank, covering all the action here on NK Telco Sports this year. We'd like to thank those guys again for helping us out here and sponsoring us and bringing coverage here on NK Telco Sports. So taking a look at the schedules coming up for both teams. The Loramie Redskins will not play until 2025. They'll be back at home a week from today where they will host their backyard rival, the Loramie Raiders. Tip time around 7:30. If you want to catch that game, I know Fish Report, if you're a Loramie fan, is doing that game, and I know they have special guest Dave Ross doing that game with them. And so check the Fish Report website to follow along for that game there if you want to listen to the Fort Loramie Redskins take on the Loramie Raiders. And then after that game on Friday against Loramie will hit the road and go take on Dayton Christian next Saturday before returning to school after the long holiday break. So again, Loramie drops to 3-6 and 1-3 overall in the county. Jackson Center advances to 5-2. They'll be back in action on Tuesday. That is New Year's Eve, December 31st, taking on the Coldwater Cavaliers. That's a game you can catch here live on NK Telco. It says the JV game, or it says about maybe a 12:30 tip. You'll have to check the air times, maybe check the school website for when that game will be. Necessarily, I'm not on the call for that game, and neither is Craig. But we'll have that game here live for you to watch on NK Telco Sports if you're a Jackson Center Tiger fan. Again, they're advanced to 5-2 and 2-2 overall in the Shelby County League. Let's take a look at some of our final numbers here. With those numbers, Mr. Craig Lau.
All right. Brandon gave you the rundown of individual scoring. So looking at shooting first for Fort Loramie, whose record drops at 3-6, 2-3 in Shelby County Athletic League. They were 13 of 38 overall for 34% from the field, 11 of 28 from 2, and 2 of 10 from 3. So 34% for the Redskins. They were 1 of 4 from the free throw line for 25%. Rebounds, they had 7 offensive rebounds, 15 defensive for a total of 22, and they had 11 turnovers. Now for the victorious Jackson Center Tigers, whose record goes to 5-2, 2-2 in Shelby County Athletic League. Shooting-wise, 21 of 40 from the field for 53%. So 53% compared to the 34 for Fort Loramie. They were 13 of 24 from 2-point, so they continued that hot shooting from 2-point. They came in shooting 50.4%. They shot 54% tonight. From 3-point land, 8 of 16 in the game for 50%. So excellent shooting. They came in shooting 30.4%. And tonight they were 50. And from the free throw line, they were 5 of 9 for 56%. Rebounds, they had 5 offensive rebounds, 15 defensive for a total of 20. And they had 10 turnovers, 9 of those which were in the second half. So final score, 55-29.
And really, I mean, we talked about with Jackson, trying to find an offensive identity and how it was somehow, some of it was found last Saturday against Indian Lake with the 64 points, but now 55 of them tonight, and they just looked really efficient on the offensive end, Craig.
Yeah, they did. Coach Kloppenstein mentioned how he was very happy with their shooting last Saturday against Indian Lake, and they continued that again tonight, shooting 53% overall, so he's got to be happy about that.
And for Fort Loramie, I mean, they were in it like Coach Westerheide had talked to us about it before, except it just got away there a bit from them in the third quarter.
Yeah, they did. When you get outscored 12-5 after you're down 10 points, and then Jackson Center opened up the fourth quarter, and I think it was a 7-0 or a 9-0 run, and then it just put them farther in the hole. Largest lead was 28 for Jackson Center. So Coach Kloppenstein's got to be happy.
And got to be happy again as his Tigers move to 5-2. Loramie drops to 3-6 on the season. They're third is Shelby County Athletic League Roswell. Jackson still stays in the hunt, now advancing their Shelby County Athletic League record to 2-2.
Which is good with the Shelby County Athletic League because you play everybody twice. So they get to play Russia yet again. They get to play Botkins again, the two teams they're looking up at. And also Anna, so.
Yeah. And again, that means a lot of opportunities.
Right.
But in the end, they're going to need some help.
Yep, you do need some help.
But the good thing is they get a host. I know Botkins here at home. They get a host Russia here at home on that second time. They don't have to go on the road to them next time, which makes it a bit easier.
Yes, it does.
So that's going to do it for us here tonight from the Habitat of the Cat. For Craig Louth, I am Brandon Coverman. For the final time here from Jackson Center, the Tigers defeat the Fort Loramie Redskins 55-29. You've been watching a broadcast of high school boys basketball here on NK Telco Sports. We'd all like to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.